I'm starting an art business. If you're new here and you don't know me, hello, my name is Tina and I've had this YouTube channel for many years now, but I've only recently started posting more frequently this year. The other thing that's really important about this year is that I took the entire year off from work so that I could pursue some of my other hobbies, mainly my passion for art. And as you would have seen on this channel, recently I've started uploading more art style videos, but one of my lifelong dreams is to actually open an online art business and potentially someday table at cons as well. And as you can probably tell by the title of this series / this video, I booked a con. The con's in February, so I've still got a bit of time left to prepare, but I actually have nothing prepared, which is not great. So I thought I would capture my process trying to get the store up and running in time for the convention in February, given that it's mid-October now. Partially because I feel like it would be really fun to look back on. Like, this is something that I've always wanted to do. I always held myself back from doing it because I didn't think that I could do it or that it'd be too hard, and it probably would be evidence for me to look back on every time I try and do something else, and I think that it's like that. But also because I know that there'll be a lot of other people who are trying to do something similar, who have the same dream as me, and I probably would have just wished that there was some kind of series like this that I could have followed back when I was trying to get started as well. So if you also have a dream like this, or if you have a passion for art and you want to make something of it someday, you can come with me and you can follow along my journey of trying to start my own little small art business. Here's the plan. Number one, we're going to plan everything out. That's who I am. I like seeing it laid out on a timeline and knowing exactly what to do next by when. This will hopefully keep me in line and make sure that everything gets done when it needs to be done and save me unnecessary stress. Number two, probably need to make the art that I'm going to sell. And I'm going to really try and enjoy it at the same time, because I know a lot of artists lose their passion or enjoyment for this hobby when they start to commercialize it, but I don't want that to happen early on and then kind of lose motivation in two fronts. And then I need to probably look into manufacturing depending on what I'm going to make. It might just be stickers and prints and stuff like that, but it might also be charms and that sort of thing where you need to contact an actual manufacturer. And my friend Tam has experience with that, but I think the lead up is about a month. So if that needs to happen, we need to make sure it happens at the right time. I also need to probably make content throughout, not just for YouTube, but also for my Instagram and stuff like that. If this is sort of a rebrand that I'm gonna do in terms of the content that I'm gonna make and the merchandise that I'm gonna have, probably good to capture that and make use of it. And then lastly, we'll just be rocking up to the con and selling my stuff in February. So today we're gonna do a lot of planning. Let me show you what I've done so far in terms of planning, and maybe I'll also take you guys along with illustrating some stickers this week. So this is the Notion that I created to track everything, and I have to preface this with the fact that I'm not good at Notion. I don't know how to use it the way that other people seem to be able to make it super aesthetic and pretty and everything like that. I actually don't even think this is the best format for me, but whatever. I tried to give it a go so that I could take full advantage of it. There is a plane or a helicopter very close overhead. Hello? I made myself a little project timeline, which is kind of hard to see. And before that, I also did a bunch of brainstorming on the types of stuff that I could maybe bring to sell and that I would need to make. So in terms of the schedule, what you can kind of see, so I obviously brought out my inner project manager and I made a bunch of tasks that would need to be done prior to the actual con, which is in February, this weekend, 8 to 9. Some of those things I've already put times in. Some of those things I don't really have times in. Like, honestly, the content creation aspect, I'm just gonna do it as I go if I can remember to. I just don't really feel like there is a structure I have in place yet that kind of works for me when it comes to scheduling and planning content creation. But in terms of prints, these are the ones I'm definitely going to do. So I'm going to do some Jujutsu Kaisen Pokemon teams. That's the thing I need input on from people who actually know what they're talking about when it comes to Pokemon. So I'm going to start that, as you can see, on the 21st of October, so that's next week. And in that time, I'll probably have, I think I've given myself until the end of October. So I've got like 2 weeks to do all the drawings, or as much as I can, to be honest. And then I've got like a few other bonus options that I won't go into. I also have some stickers. I'm going to do some Asian snack stickers, which I'm very excited about because I didn't used to think I would have anything I could make stickers of, but then I went and looked at some other stores and some other artists, and I was like, honestly, you can make stickers of anything. And You should make stickers of things that you love, and I love Asian snacks. So I'm gonna compile some Asian snacks that I really like and just make little stickers from them. I might make a sticker sheet, who knows. I might also make some standalone stickers of just maybe like chibis of the JJK characters, but with their starter Pokemon maybe. We'll see. Manufacturing is a big one. There's a lot of research involved. It just means I need to research where am I going to get my printing done. If I'm going to do charms and things like that, where I have to get it done in like a factory, I need to find manufacturers and get samples and stuff like that. Luckily, I have a friend who's advising me on how to do all of this stuff. So she did tell me that usually it takes about a month for them to manufacture whatever it is that you put in the final for. So I've kind of given myself all of December to get it sorted out so that I can place my final order at the turn of the year. And then hopefully get it in time. It's kind of close, but get it in time for the con with like a week to spare. We'll see. If I can do it earlier, I will, but at the current moment, that's what my plan is. Then obviously I have some ideas for YouTube and Insta Reels that hopefully I'll get done. This is one of them, so I know they'll get done, and if not, they're not going to be like a blocker for me to be able to do the con anyway. The last thing is just the actual prep for the con. So it'll be things I need in person, like how are people going to be able to pay me, and how are people going to take stuff home if I'm selling them things that I actually need to bring on the day, like food that I need and signage and stuff like that. So I just started a preliminary list. It's not the full list, but it just makes me feel better knowing I've got everything written down in one place so that I could just like brain dump it out and not have it sitting on my brain and stressing me out. And then stuff for the actual con itself, I just put that in there so that I could see it in my calendar. But this is my little plan, and I can see it in like a calendar view as well. I kind of wish you could like color coordinate the actual stripes, because it's kind of confusing looking at just like these white strips. But as you can see, I try not to overlap too much. So I'm going to try and get the stickers and prints and maybe charms done before I start researching the manufacturing. But depending on how I go, I might even decide that I won't have any charms or anything that needs manufacturing, in which case that 1 month run up of leeway I could just use to make more prints or more stickers, things that I can get produced locally as well. But yeah, that's my plan so far. So right now I'm going to do some research on how I can safely start my stickers, because I'm not sure if they need to be in like a vector form or what the DPI or canvas setup needs to be, because I'm just going to be doing it on my iPad on Procreate. So I'm going to do some research on that and then probably just start on the stickers. Just start on like a draft. Because if there's one issue that I have problems with, it's starting.
So on that note, let's go ahead and draw something and turn it into a sticker. It's going to be completely applicable to any program you use. This just happens to be one. This is going to use it to use it. I'm using Master Image. That's a Procreate.
This is one of the companies I'm looking at, and every other company has it called like die cut, which is where they cut it like around the shape of your item. But this one just has face and pet stickers for that option. Okay, my friend got back to me, and based on what she said and my research, it sounds like Vogris is the way to go. It's like 4:30 now, so I might just like set up my canvases and start drafting for like an hour, and then I'm gonna go prepare dinner because we're gonna go out tonight and I have to eat before we go. Actually, no, you know what? I'm gonna spend the next hour setting up my finance spreadsheet for this, because there's a really good resource on the Discord group that I joined, and I have to read through all of it and figure out what's going on because I have to pay for my table. So I'm going to set up the spreadsheet, pay for the table, figure out all of the financing that might need to go ahead, and then set up my canvas and then go make dinner. And I probably won't get around to drawing, but we'll see. It is the next day. I didn't end up drawing yesterday because I ran out of time before we left. But now it is almost 1 o'clock. I've eaten lunch. The rest of my afternoon before we go to volleyball tonight is going to just be drawing and a little bit of cleaning up. I spend the morning doing chores. So today my goal is to just get all the drafts of all the stickers down and figure out the logistics of preparing a sticker sheet as well. It's happening. All right. To save you some time, here is a quick summary of what I found from my research. Just note that I'm working on Procreate and an iPad for designing these stickers. The first thing you want to do is decide how big you want your stickers to be, and you'll want to start a new canvas, but make the new canvas bigger than the actual size of your sticker, whether that's in inches or centimeters or millimeters. This just helps in case you want to use the image for anything else later on and prevents it from being too small or a little bit fuzzy. You can start this canvas on an RGB color profile if you want, but just know that it most likely will need to be converted into a CMYK when you get to the printing stage, as most businesses will require the final file in CMYK format. Also make sure your canvas is at least 300 dpi so your picture comes out nice and crispy. This is just general best practice, so you should be doing this on all of your canvases anyway. And lastly, if there's any special effects like a sparkly decal or any other features that you want on specific parts of the sticker, you'll need to keep those on a separate layer when you export the PSD for the manufacturer. Okay, I faffed about a lot, but I have gotten 5 sketches done. And looking at the list of candies that I've written, I think I might only do these 5. I've put a poll on Instagram just to see what people might say to add, but these are the ones that I've done. They're just like drafts, so they don't look polished or anything like that. I just want to see how the colors show up and how I want to orient everything. But I have the White Rabbit Lollies Hawthorn Flakes, Wong Wong Biscuits, Choco Pie, and Hello Panda. I did see someone mention Koala March, which is this, and I think that's what I was thinking about for Hello Panda. Like, I think I used to eat this actually instead of Hello Panda, but they just like stopped selling this in the shops that I go to, so I started eating Hello Panda. But I wonder if this would be as recognizable as Hello Panda, so I'm not sure. I'll leave it for now. I'll have a look at the poll tomorrow to see, but that's the Hello Panda option there. And I think I'm gonna take a little break now because I'm not feeling super hot. I also need to do some research on how to set up the sticker sheets. If I'm gonna do sticker sheets, I'm thinking of doing sticker sheets for Haichu and for the QQ lollies, like these ones that I used to be obsessed with when I was a kid, because they each have like a lot of flavors, and I want to include all the flavors because I can't really choose one or the other. But that will probably be like a later tonight thing because apparently volleyball's not on. I'm screaming because I just realized I didn't do my Sketchtober stuff today, so I'll be doing that tonight instead with my time. My God. Good morning. It's been a while since I've checked in because I've just been really busy and I don't know when this video is going to go up, and so I don't know like what footage I'm going to need, but I'm going to meet up with Tam today to go draw at a cafe for pretty much the whole day. So I thought I would check in and give you guys an update on where I've gotten with prepping for the con. This is also because one of my friends messaged me yesterday about some of the other things that you need for con, like the admin and logistics side, and I realized I didn't have any of that prepped. So I've pretty much just been focused on making my inventory, which is important, obviously, because I need to send it to the manufacturers for production and delivery like as soon as possible. But I'm probably gonna change gears very, very soon once I do send that off to try and like get my prints drawn and made, and also like all of the logistics stuff. So I pretty much was just grinding my stickers and charms for like a few weeks, not straight because I alternate with drawing and doing YouTube, but just like I would wake up and I would sit on the couch and I would draw and I would watch The Big Bang Theory, and then I would eat lunch and then I would draw and then I would eat dinner and then I would draw. Like it was kind of a full-time job. But the outcome of that is I have finished all of my snack stickers. So we have the White Rabbit, the Hawthorn Flakes, the Wong Wong crackers, Choco Pie, and Hello Panda. And these are the first ones that I did. They were a little bit more illustrative, as you can tell, and they took a little bit longer, but I quite like them and I hope that they are gonna be liked by people. We'll see. Then I had this idea to do some like pop culture meme reference type stickers just because I thought they would be funny, like I would like them. So I did Pesto, like I started with Pesto, and I did Moodang as well because she is the queen of the moment. And then I just like found some other memes that I quite liked with like sentiments that I already had in mind. Like this hamster guy, this sleepy dog. I actually really like this one. This is just me. I made this for me. And this one I thought was just a really funny idea. This one also is kind of for me because the sticker, like design itself is a bit strangely shaped, but like this is literally how me and my boyfriend look at each other. So I wanted it for me. And then like a cute little capybara at the end. And then I did really want to do some dangly charms, and I specifically wanted to do like the ones where it looks like the character is being like held up by their shirt like this, because I think they're so cute. So I did a few characters, but I didn't want to do like really mainstream pop culture ones. like Jujutsu Kaisen and stuff for some reason. I think there's just like so many of them that I didn't think I would stand out in any significant way. So I just decided, I was like, look, what are some characters that I actually really like and I would like to do charms of? And so I did one of Conan, because it's been so long since I've seen Detective Conan and I never see Detective Conan merch anywhere. And it's a really good series. I used to really like it. So I did one of Detective Conan. And then I did a bunch of Inuyasha ones. So here's Inuyasha and Kogame. Sengo, I'm pretty proud of this one. Like when I came up with the idea, I was like, oh, this is gonna look really good. And it's like quite balanced as well in terms of like if the hole's up there, this whole composition is it's not gonna hang like to one side. That was something I had to think about. Kirara, I really like. I think I'm gonna reline her so she's not as like thick in the outline, but I really like how she's just like a big cat, and I'm gonna do them separately. I was gonna do them together with Sengo, but I think the difference in style would just stick out a little bit too much. And then Miroku was really hard. Like I had multiple attempts at trying to do the composition of how he was gonna be posed, but it just wasn't coming to me. So I'm really happy with the way that it finally did come out, even if he does look a little bit wonky. But you're gonna just have to understand that he wears a dress and it's incredibly hard, at least in my opinion, in my current skill level, to indicate where legs are and where the body's going in a dress that's not like tight fitting or like when there's no breeze or anything. And then the last one, I just had this really cute idea. I was like, what would people really like? And I had this idea of doing like lucky charms. So like, you know, 4-leaf clovers and horseshoes and stuff like that. Like people usually like to carry them for luck. And I didn't want to do like just those. So I thought, okay, like, wouldn't it be cute if I did like Studio Ghibli little guys? Like not main characters, but like just the little side characters that everyone like thinks are really cute and like love to see. So I did the little bird and the rat from Spirited Away with like a little horseshoe, the Totoros with a 4-leaf clover, and then it's a Suzuwatari from Spirited Away, like the soot bowl with an evil eye. Again, that one's not finished. I gotta polish that one up. Then the Warawaras I just did in like a figure 8 because I couldn't find a way to do like an 8, and like number 8 is meant to be pretty lucky, at least in Asian culture. So I actually quite like it. I think it's super cute. They're just like little dumplings, and like this one is probably my favorite. Like, look how cute they are. And then the last one, I just did Kodamas with a wishing bone, like you know, the one from like a chicken's breast. I know it's not very like vegan friendly, but I literally ran out of lucky charms, like lucky items. So if you know any, please put them in the description so that I can make more of these with like different characters. But yeah, I'm kind of limited right now. I think I'm pretty good production wise. Like I have quite a few items that I can order. So I don't think I'm gonna make any more stickers. I'm just gonna polish up the things I need to correct, move everything to CMYK today, and probably start on some of my prints, or at least my business card today at the cafe, because that's something I need to get printed anyway as well. And I was thinking of doing some sticker sheets, but I think with the time given and just the lack of ideas that I have, I'm not gonna try and pursue that for this round or like this table. Maybe for the next market, I would really like to do some sticker sheets because I think they just look really nice on the table, and it's nice to have like a different like selection of different sized items because it really makes the composition of your table look more cohesive. But I think for this table, we're just gonna go with stickers, charms, and prints, and any more if I can think of it in the next month and a bit. But yeah, we're almost in December. We're about 2 months out from the table, and that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go get ready now. Tam is here. Tell us what you're doing to actually, I don't want there to be spoilers for people, but tell us what you're doing.
Fine. I am, wait, where is it? I'm just doing Love and Deep Space photo cards.
Oh.
So it's just gonna be.
Wait, that looks so good.
It's just gonna be the 4 guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
Thank you. And I haven't done this one because I don't like him.
Yeah. Oh, that's lovely. You might have noticed that in this studio vlog, there isn't that much studio vlogging. And you would be right. I think I've become so accustomed to watching other creators and their studio vlogs that unless I have a beautiful workstation and a perfectly framed over-the-shoulder shot, I don't even think to turn on the camera. Most drawing days look like me folded in half on the couch like a kidney bean, or hunched over at my messy desk with my face in my hands like Carmi from The Bear. I didn't want it to look boring or repetitive to see me doing basically the same thing day in and day out. I think the only person who can do that from a single camera angle is probably the lo-fi girl. But I'm learning as I go, and I'm hoping in the future there will be more progress clips to show you my process.
It smells so good.
Ooh.
I earned this.
Content creator life is not for the faint of heart.
It tastes like jajangmyeon.
Oh yeah? Can I try?
It tastes like jajangmyeon.
Damn.
I think I just discovered a life hack. Okay, so if you're a digital artist, Tam knows this. Your hand, like the skin on your hand, gets like stuck to the screen when you're drawing, and it like makes it really hard to draw like a smooth line, right? And artists have this like glove that's only like these 2 fingers, and it helps their hand like not stick to the screen when they're drawing on tablets and stuff. And I was like, man, it's really hard to draw a smooth line with this. I need to be able to. And I was like, hang on, I just need something that like doesn't stick to the screen. And I have this napkin from when I ate. And like, it's like the perfect shape because of the corner for my like pinky, so that I can still see what I'm drawing. And like, look how smooth. Look at that. Compared to, do you see the way that it's like sticking to the screen? Guys, this is revolutionary. I mean, of course, I will just end up paying for the actual glove, but if you don't have it and you need like a interim option, a tissue works really well, especially like a nice fat cushiony tissue. Alright, I just made my business card. It's super simple, but I literally have nothing else to say or show. So we're just gonna keep it as this for my first table. And then, given that I like did that cute little design, I'm just gonna make like a new logo and update like all my icons because I got new stuff now. New logo, new era. I don't really know how I feel about it, but you know, it is what it is. I can always just change it later, and it's more in line with what my business card has on it. So it'll be less confusing for people coming to my page if it's like the same type of thing. We'll see. If you've made it this far, I want to say a sincere thank you. It's been a bit of a crazy process saying yes to this opportunity and then having to find my way through the steps to get there afterwards. But I hope I've done a good job so far of sharing a bit of insight into what it takes and what it has taken to try and prepare for a con and turn your hobby into something more. And if you're in the same boat or planning on pursuing something similar, I hope this first episode was helpful and that you'll stick around and come with me to see it through to the end. See you in the next one.